Okay, so osteoid osteoma, this is already told you, most common true benign tumor. Okay, most common true benign tumor, it is benign circumscribed lesion. Okay, it is circular within circular area. Okay, now this all we had studied. Mm. Okay, so this circular so this is most common area. Okay, so most commonly it is in proximal femur. This circular area is osteoid osteoma. Okay, so it is young age, 10 to 25 years, diaphysis of long bone. It is in the comes into the male officer. Okay, so it is diaphyseal. Okay, most common location I already showed you, proximal femur. Okay, so it is the classical thing. My friend have this tumor. Okay, osteoid osteoma tumor. Okay, so main complaint is like night pain. Okay, night pain which is worsening in the night pain and which is relieved by NSAID. So any problem in the night. Okay, so night pain is characteristic of only two problems in orthopedics. One is spine TB, so or TB hip. Okay, so any tuberculosis will give you problems in night. Okay, the second thing is osteoid osteoma. No other problems can give you a pain in night. So night pain is characteristic of night cries. You say in TB hip or TB spine. And second is night in this osteoid osteoma, which is relieved by NSAIDs. Okay, small nidus dense sclerosis. The treatment is because it's very small. Okay, so it's very small. Okay, so either you remove it, excise it, or sometimes you have to give it radio frequency ablation. What is radio frequency ablation? There is a probe. Okay, so a pen like a probe which you put into this area. Okay, and this area by itself it got coagulated. Coagulated means burn. Okay, in layman you can say burn. Okay, so it burn that area, so it's radio frequency ablation, or you remove that whole area. It can be removed easily. Okay. So there's not a bit is a benign tumor, so nothing to be worrying of like it's malignant or something. Now the next tumor which is come is osteoblastoma. So now it's so this again a thing which we have to learn. Okay. So osteoblastoma, it is a type of it is giant osteoid osteoma. It is a benign tumor. Okay. Now so it is most commonly in so now it come to male officer, it is in diaphysis. No? So in male officer, it is not in male officer, I think. It is in Moscow osteochondroma. No, so it is in diaphyseal. Okay, so most commonly in a spine. Okay, most commonly in a spine, it is osteoblastoma. Okay, it is a benign tumor. Okay, B for benign, you can go for like B for benign. Okay, CT scan. Okay, so now when to do investigation? So investigation, everything should be clear. Any soft tissue, if you are thinking of any soft tissue like cartilaginous tumor, any soft tissue you want to see, you have to do MRI. Any nerve, vessels, anything soft, go for MRI. Anything which is hard, you have to go for X-ray and CT scan. X-ray cannot reveal everything. X-ray can give you something like there is some problem inside that area, but characteristically you have to see investigation of choice, or the best investigation is CT scan. So investigation of choice is CT scan. Okay, most commonly spine, diaphyseal tumor, osteoblastoma, benign. Okay, every tumor have the same. So everything which is very benign, so one is benign, one is malignant. So benign ko kya karenge, we have to remove that benign area. Okay, so if it is like if so this is a bone and this is your tumor. Okay, if this is a tumor, so what you do, you remove this tumor. Okay, इसको बोलते हैं क्यूरेटाज. क्यूरेटाज means it's like a चम्मच जो होता है ना, अपना spoon. So by that spoon you curate it. Curate is like ऐसा वो coconut को जैसे निकालते हैं from shell. It's same like removing the coconut from shell. So that is known as curettage. Okay, so it is curettage. Okay, so ये curettage से ये remove करते हैं. Okay, advance में क्या करते हैं, en bloc resection. En bloc resection means you just remove whole part. So if the tumor, so ये शेल है ट्यूमर का. ओके, यहाँ पे ट्यूमर है अपना, ये ट्यूमर है मान लो. ओके, दिस इज योर बोन. ओके, दिस इज योर बोन. ओके, so if it is very benign in early stages, you just curate it. Okay, ऐसा निकाल देने का. So curate and put this bone graft. Why you put bone graft? To give it structural support. नहीं तो ये कमजोर हो जाएगा and it will break. Okay, Sometimes if you're in advance, you want to be 100% sure that you had removed that tumor, you just remove this. This को बोलते हैं N block resection. N block means full 2 mm 3 mm छोड़ के ये पूरा निकालते हैं. That is N block resection. This is curettage, shelling out of that coconut. Okay, so it's depending upon, so it's, so for MCQ purpose you have to remember only one thing: benign tumor, diaphyseal. Okay, most commonly spine में होता है बस. That's all for MCQ. Now this is enchondroma. This is very important. Okay, so anything which is exostosis मतलब क्या था? बाहर, bone के बाहर कुछ भी हुआ, anything which is outside bone is exostosis. Which is anything which is inside bone is N. Endo या N भी बोलते हैं. So enchondroma is like, chondro means cartilage. Okay, oma is benign, N means अंदर. So inside cartilaginous, जो भी cartilaginous bones है उसके अंदर अगर ग्रो कुछ भी ट्यूमर होता है, that is known as enchondroma. So it is a benign tumor, hyaline cartilage से formation से characterizes, that's why it's known as chondroma. That's okay. Most common size is small hand. So I will show you the photo. Okay, so small fingers जो होते हैं, जो अपने phalanges होते हैं, उसमें ऐसा ये growth होता है. Okay, phalanges में इसको बोलते हैं enchondroma. Inside that cartilaginous bone, it is located centrally in the bone. ऐसा centrally रहेगा. This is known as enchondroma. अगर surface पे रहता है, ऐसा रहेगा surface पे यहाँ पे, it is known as chondroma. Okay, so it's N means inside. Okay, बस N means अंदर की रहा है enchondroma, बाहर रहा chondroma. So yeah, so enchondroma can be solitary, can be multiple. I will show you the photo for enchondroma, then you can. So see this, these are the enchondromas. Okay. So these are the enchondroma. So ये small ऐसे phalanges रहते हैं. Okay, so in a small phalanges this occurs. So ये देखो, ये अंदर पूरा ये this cartilaginous bone के अंदर ये grow करता है. So this is enchondroma. See this all ऐसा, ये सारे. So anything which is inside this bone, okay, small bones, phalanges, enchondroma. Okay, now you can understand. फिर से पढ़ते हैं enchondroma, what is this? Okay, so enchondroma के बारे में क्या हुआ? So enchondroma, that you know, enchondroma surface पर आया, that is chondroma. Okay, most commonly phalanges, short bones में रहता है, cartilaginous formation होता है. Okay, now there is it can be single, so अकेला किसी single bone में रह सकता है या multiple bone में रह सकता है. So it can be solitary, it can be multiple. Okay, now there is two syndromes. Okay, so these syndromes are important for MCQ purpose. These two syndromes are related with enchondroma. Okay, one is Olier's and one is Maffusi's. Okay, so this is something you should remember. Hate muffins. Okay, I don't know who hate muffins. Nobody hate muffins. Muffins are cookies like, okay, characters. So hate muffins. So muffins is similar like Maffusi's. Okay, hate is H for hemangioma. Okay, T for thrombophlebitis. Okay, thrombophlebitis. Hope you know what is thrombophlebitis. Thrombophleb means veins का inflammation. Hemangioma means blood का accumulation. So hemangioma, thrombophlebitis, and E for enchondroma. Okay, so hate muffins, it is a Maffusi syndrome जिसमें hate muffins आता है. hemangioma, thrombophlebitis and enchondroma. एक other syndrome होता है Olier's, इसमें multiple, बस इतना याद रखना, multiple होता है. Okay, so enchondroma can be solitary, can be multiple. In multiple there is two things, which is Olier's and Maffusi syndrome. Maffusi's में क्या होता है, syndrome होता है तो बहुत सारे characters affected रहते हैं. तो ये hate muffins affected रहता है. Olier simple रहता है, multiple रहता है, बहुत सारे bones में रहते हैं. Okay, we'll show the photo and then. So see, this is Maffusi syndrome. Okay, so Maffusi's में क्या था? We have a hate muffins. So you see this is your hemangiomas. Okay, so you can have this hemangioma. ठीक है, hemangiomas रहते हैं, then it can be thrombophlebitis हो सकता है. Okay, enchondroma, you see the X-ray, these are multiple enchondromas. So यहाँ multiple enchondromas है. So this is Maffusi syndrome. It's very sad to see all these syndromes. Okay, so Maffusi is hate muffins. Now usually asymptomatic. Okay, so since it is, so enchondroma, we are talking of enchondroma, not Maffusi. Okay, so Maffusi is a syndrome for MCQ. Now come again to the enchondroma, that inside your phalanges there are some process going inside. So usually asymptomatic. Okay, how you find there is going inside some problem? Once it erode your bone, there is a pathological fracture. So sometimes, you know, after the pathological fracture, you can understand, okay, there is something going inside. You do an X-ray and you need to see that there is enchondroma. Most commonly phalanges, हाथों में phalanges, पैरों में metatarsals. Okay, it is a most common cause of pathological fracture in hand. Okay, so ये see ये see. So in hand में जो bones होते हैं अपने phalanges के bones, so there is no any other pathology in the hand. Okay, so other than enchondroma, osteomyelitis, you go for osteomyelitis, you go for malignancy, no tumors, no infection, no problems usually occurs in phalanges. Okay, so enchondroma are the most common problems in your phalanges or your hand. So if it is a pathological fracture, because see, pathological fracture usually occur where you have stress, like you are standing on your hip bone, so there it's easy to have pathological fracture of from osteoporosis. But in hands it's very rare. So if there's a tumor inside, obviously it can cause pathological fracture. So if anything pathological fracture, enchondroma is the most common cause. Okay, just remember. So now this, see this one. So iska, the important thing of this is now on X-ray. Okay, so it is a pathognomic. What do you mean by pathognomic? Pathognomic word comes hua that if that is fine, okay, if that characteristic, you see that characteristic 100%, it's related to that disease or that problem. Okay, so pathognomic means 100%, not 99, not 98%. So if they, you see the flex मतलब ये होता है ऐसे ऐसे, वो कैंडल वैक्स से जो गिरता है ना, कैंडल में ये जो, if see this is a candle, I don't know if you see this is a candle. Okay, so ये जो कैंडल ड्रिप होता है, okay, so it's like a drip. Okay, so जो ड्रिप होता है, they are flecks or wisp बोलते हैं उसको. So they are flecks or wisp of calcification within the lucent area. Okay, so see this. So ये जो shape है, this shape, okay, this is a candle wax shape or you flex shape or wisp of calcification. Okay, inside this lucent area. Okay, यहाँ पे भी देखो, you see this. Okay, so this is the characteristic of enchondroma. Okay, यहाँ पे ऐसा dot 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 ये सब है. So it's like a, you just remember wisp or flex of irregular. If you don't remember, you think irregular calcification going inside. Okay, inside this lucent area, within the lucent area. So this is black is lucent, this is radio opaque. White is opaque, black is lucent. So this is the lucent area. So within the lucent, so this lucent area के अंदर कुछ भी ऐसा calcification हो रहा है, irregular wisp of calcification, 100% it is enchondroma, radiolucent area. X-ray में you will see which area? Black. You see black. So black means lucent. Opaque means no normal bones. ये opaque होता है. White is opaque. Black is lucent. Okay. So treatment obviously benign. You are asymptomatic. You observe. Yeah, symptomatic. You just remove it. You curettage it. You take spoon. You curettage. सारा benign tumor निकाल दो. Okay. Now osteoclastoma. Okay. Okay. So whenever you feel it boring, I'll stop it. Okay. We had already done, I think, 20-30 slides. Okay. So osteoclastoma is very important. Okay. It is OCB, JCB, whatever you see. It is a GCB, OCB. It's a giant cell tumor. Osteoclastoma, it is epiphyseal tumor. Okay. तो epiphyseal tumor होता है. तो most important thing is epiphyseal tumor होता है. Osteoclastoma को हम लोग giant cell भी बोलते हैं. Now it is mostly so I got a, I think, relevance with this, so don't be offended. Okay, so see, this is very important. So it is mainly females. Okay, so see the characteristic in females. So females are actually, if you think is osteolysis, so sometimes the females got angry, so they destroy everything. So lysis is very common in females, young females. Okay, mostly unmarried. Okay, and this is very important. So they are a benign nature. Okay, so this is a benign nature. Okay, but they are very locally aggressive. Okay, so it's you can resemble it with couple or what do you say, young couples. So they are very benign, but as terms to their boyfriend or something, they are very aggressive to them. Okay, so they are very locally aggressive. So young females which are osteolytic, okay, in character, locally aggressive to especially to their boyfriends only. Okay, so benign overall, but locally aggressive and lytic. Females 20-40, epiphysis, okay, giant characteristic, okay, and only 5% of them turn into malignancy. So your osteoclastoma, you just remember females. Okay, I think you can relate everything with this osteoclastoma. So giant cell tumor, giant characters of females, okay, young females, giant character, they are very benign in nature. Only 5% can turn into the aggressive one. Okay, but they are very locally aggressive to their counterparts. Okay, and osteolytic. Okay, most common in females. Okay, so don't get offended. I just keep remember it for you people. Okay, so why this is so normally, so sales of origin is uncertain. Okay, so this is your giant cell tumor. Okay, so see, this is very, so it is a benign tumor. Okay, so you just remember this giant cell is named as giant. Okay, but it is not malignant. It is a benign tumor, but locally it is very aggressive. So if it affect distal radius, it is very aggressive. Okay, it looks like a malignant, but it is not malignant tumor. So normally if you see all benign tumor are chota aisa chintu sa, but this tumor, you see, this is how much big it looks like malignant, but it is benign tumor. It is locally aggressive where it is happening, it is aggressive there, it does not go into metastasis or something. Okay, so locally aggressive का मतलब जहाँ पे है वहीं पे aggressive है. It does not go into lungs, don't go into brain as metastasis. So it is a benign, but at that point it is very aggressive. So this is a characteristic of GCT. Okay, this is a distal in radius GCT. Okay, now so giant cells, mm, osteoclastoma, this all you remember. This is one thing you should remember. So giant cells are not the neoplastic cells. So name is giant cell tumor or osteoclastoma, but giant cells are not the cells which causes neoplasm. Giant cell, if you understand in pathology, there are many things which are having giant cell. In tuberculosis or something, there are multinucleated giant cells. So giant cells are never neoplastic cells. Okay, the neoplastic cells are spindle cells. स्पिंडल सेल्स होते हैं, ऐसे स्पिंडल्स की तरह होता है. आई डोंट नो कैसे बनाऊंगा मैं, बट शो लाइक दिस. So these are the spindle cells. Okay, so spindle cells जो होते हैं, they are neoplastic cell. Giant cells are never neoplastic cell. The word name is from word it is known as giant cell tumor, but don't confuse. Giant cells are not the cells which causes neoplasm. So this is MCQ. Spindle cells are neoplastic cells, not the giant cells. Okay, और नाम ऐसे ही दे दिया गया giant cell. Okay. So most commonly, I already told you, सब कुछ knee में joint में होता है. Knee joint is the, I don't know why knee is always fucked up. So giant cell tumor, again the femur, distal and proximal tibia. Okay, same thing. Okay. Now one thing is important. So giant cell tumor, man, this is a soap bubble appearance. Okay. So you have to see this picture. Okay, I will show again a picture. So it is like soap bubble. So there are many ऐसा soap bubble की तरह ऐसा रहता है. So these are the soap bubble character. Okay. So if you have this much of soap bubble, so it is mainly giant cell में हो सकता है. इतना बड़ा और कोई tumor नहीं हो सकता. Joint cell have a long, बहुत space रहता है, so it forms like soap bubble character. Okay, I will show you अच्छा tumor. So you cannot see this giant cell tumor, but giant cell tumor have this type of circular or soap bubble appearance. So giant cell tumor का characteristic है. This is the giant one. Okay, इसके अंदर ही बहुत सारे multiple bubbles रहते हैं. So soap bubble appearance is giant cell tumor. Okay. Now see, this is so ये दो चार चीज याद रखना. So see this one. So it is eccentric. What is centric? What is eccentric? So anything which is central is centric. This is eccentric. मतलब बाहर की तरफ एक center में रहता है. It's like see this is eccentric. Okay. So it is eccentric. There are soap bubble. बहुत सारे soap bubbles रहते हैं. Okay. Because of soap bubbles, it crack. तो ऐसा क्या होता है कि एक thin shell होता है. Okay. It's like a thin shell, and there are many soap bubble ऐसा characters होता है. Okay. So नॉर्मली क्या होता है, इफ एनी फ्रैक्चर और समथिंग होता है, इफ यू पाल्पेट दिस बोन, ओके, सो इट विल बी लाइक एग सेल की तरह, एक जो एग का सेल होता है ना, उस तरह का क्रैकिंग साउंड आता है. So you remember this photo. So it is a giant. These are the soap bubble. Okay. If you palpate it or it crack it, it will crack like egg cell cracking. Okay. तो ये तीन characters होते हैं giant cell के. So egg cell crackling sensation होता है, eccentric होता है, ठीक है, soap bubble appearance होता है, and there is no sclerosis. Okay. कोई sclerosis नहीं. Okay. Then now, so what is the treatment of the same? So what is the treatment? The treatment is same. Curatize. So if there's a the same thing, the issue यहाँ पे ऐसा होता है. See, this is the issue. ये eccentric है, यहाँ पे ऐसा issue हो रहा है. Okay. So this is the tumor. So what will you do? You curatize it. You यहाँ से पूरा निकाल देते हैं, curatize कर देते हैं, and इसके अंदर क्या करते हैं? Bone grafting भर देते हैं. If you don't put bone graft, it will fracture. Okay. So bone grafting you put it for structural support. So यहाँ पे structural support के लिए हमको bone graft डालना पड़ता है. Bone graft means auto bone graft. अपना fibula, self fibula, you remove your fibula and put there. Okay. So it will give a bone like support. Okay. So curettage and bone grafting is done. If there is more aggressive lesion, so बहुत, if more aggressive is there, so high level of excision you do. Okay. So what is the treatment? So treatment is if the cortex is intact. Okay. So if there is no problem, so I will show you this. So see, this is a knee joint. Okay. This is a knee joint. This is a tibia. Okay. So this is your eccentric lesion. Okay. So if cortex is okay, if your cortex is okay, okay, so you just curatize it and यहाँ पे bone grafting डाल देंगे. Okay. But sometime if understand कि if there is a fracture, okay, so ये मान लो fracture हो गया. Okay. So now this is very important. You have to pay, I think 2-3 minutes of attention, then you will understand this. Okay. So if cortex is okay, you curatize it, you put it graft और बंद कर दिया cortex को, you are all okay. But if there is cortex is breach of cortex means if there is a pathological fracture. Okay. So now you consider ulna lower end. So in wrist joint, if you think of wrist joint, this is a tibia, this is a radius, this is ulna. Okay. This is ulna, this is wrist joint. So I told you wrist joint is a problem of radius and carpals. ulna is not attached to the carpal joint. So अगर यहाँ ulna पे बहुत बड़ा tumor होता है, okay, so you cannot keep it, you just cut it, okay, and remove it. Okay. So ulna ka lower end, because ulna is useless in the wrist joint. Okay. So you remove this tumor, you cut this ulna and remove it. The same thing in the fibula in the upper end. So in knee joint, if you see the knee joint na, so यहाँ पे tibia आता है. Okay. This knee joint पे fibula ऐसा side में रहता है. So if anything happens to fibula यहाँ पे, so you cut this fibula and remove it because it does not form any type of joint, neither it is a any structural support. So ulna का lower end and fibula upper end, though both you excise it, दोनों useless है. Okay. So you excise it. Now you come to the other bone, lower radius. Okay. So lower radius, if you come on the lower radius, see this one. So see this one. So ये क्या होता है? It is directly attached to the wrist joint. You cannot cut it. If you cut it, then there is no relation to the wrist joint. आपका wrist joint waste हो जाएगा. You cannot flex and extend. So what happens? We do curettage. You cannot cut it. So you do curettage यहाँ पे. यहाँ bone grafting डालते हैं. Fibula का bone graft करते हैं. And we'll try to reconstruct it. Reconstruct it because wrist joint is important. So lower radius you excise and you reconstruct with fibula. Fibula का कैसा graft करते हैं हम लोग? Why you take fibula? Because fibula is long bone होता है and बहुत काम का नहीं रहता है. So you take this long bone, okay, and यहाँ पे ऐसा ये put कर देते हैं हम लोग, and the ऐसा radius में ऐसा यहाँ डाल देते हैं. So we put this ऐसा fibula. So it gives you structural support. For structural support, you put fibula, okay. Then knee, and according to, so you understand this too. Now come to the knee joint, okay. So knee joint excision with prosthetic replacement. I will tell you what is the knee joint का issue क्या होता है. So in knee joint, so knee में कैसा होता है? ये knee joint होता है, ये knee joint होता है, okay. So if it destroyed this one, okay, इतना destroy कर लिया, okay. So now if it is destroying this, you can curatize and put graft, okay. So initially अगर बहुत छोटा रहेगा, so you put curatize and put graft, okay. But if it is longer, okay, बहुत ज़्यादा रहेगा, So you can do a knee replacement. Okay, so what we do, we excise it. Okay, and हम लोग यहाँ पे एक knee replacement कर देते हैं. Okay, so they had kept it replacement. Okay, so in knee you can replacement can be done. So if it is a big tumor in the knee joint, you can excise it and do a knee replacement. But if it is very small, so better to do curettage and grafting. Okay, so they will not ask this, but I am just telling you for, I think, I don't know why. Now this is very important for MCQ. Okay, I cannot, I am helpless for this. Okay, so this is giant cell variant. Okay, this is ABCDE. You just have to remember this. This is ABC is aneurysmal bone cyst. Brown's tumor is hyperparathyroidism. PTH बोलते हैं, PTH. PTH hyperparathyroidism को brown tumor बोलते हैं. C for chondro. D police. You just remember this. This is for MCQ. You cannot do anything for this. Okay. This is MCQ. They always ask what are the giant cell variant. Okay, what are the DD of giant cell? Now I think osteosarcoma will stop. Okay, will stop. Okay, I think this would be more than enough. Okay, so अभी कितना time बचा है? Okay, so we'll start with osteosarcoma. Okay, so this is the most important tumor. Okay, osteosarcoma. Okay, this is a malignant tumor. Okay, so we'll start with the whole benign portion ends. Now we'll start with sarcomas. Sarcomas are the malignancies. Okay, so it is a very morbid tumor. Okay, very malignant tumor. The death rates are very high. It's usually occur in very young chaps. Okay, so osteosarcoma means bone and sarcomas are malignancy. So primary malignant tumor. It is derived from, this is mesenchyme. Mesenchyme are the primitive structures. Primitive bone जिसको बोलते हैं हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, mesothelial cell or what is it, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So it is a part of a mesoderm, mesenchyme. Okay, osteo means, osteo मतलब bone forming tumors है. So osteoid formation है. Osteoid formation मतलब bone form करता है. ये tumor एक ऐसा होता है जो bone form करता है. Okay, so it helps, it forms bone. Okay, so it is known as osteosarcoma. It is a malignant tumor. It is most commonly in the metaphysis. Metaphysis में it is that Moscow का OS, Moscow का OS था ये OS. Okay, metaphysis. ठीक है. Now division is obviously it is intramedullary. Okay, so medulla के अंदर हो सकता है intramedullary और cortical हो सकता है. Cortical में there is two types, paraosteal and periosteal. दोनों गलत हो गया, पेरी है, periosteal and paraosteal. Okay, there is two types. I will go ahead. So osteosarcoma is most important tumor for PG. Okay, this is a primary malignant tumor, mesenchymal cell, metaphyseal, cortical and so classical जो है वो इंट्रामेडुलरी है, मेडुला के अंदर होता है, बाकी बाहर होते हैं. बाहर में पारा एंड पेरियोस्टियल होते हैं. ठीक है. Highly malignant. It is a highly malignant. If you see any kid with osteosarcoma, you will be like, God, ये गया ऐसा. So now see, this is very important. It's like a bahubali. He is a bahubali of all bone tumors. Okay, so is a जो अपना bahubali का, if you see bahubali का this mukut, what is it, the mukut of bahubali, so it's like a sun ray appearance होता है इसका. Okay, so it have a sun ray appearance, so it is a bahubali of all bone tumors. So it have a sun ray appearance. What is sun ray appearance? It is a periosteal reaction. So क्या होता है, this is a bone, there is a periosteum. I had already told you कि periosteum has a bone forming attitude. So ये periosteum से क्या होता है, यहाँ bone form होता है. So bone ऐसा form होता है, ऐसा. It's like a radiations की तरह form होता है. Okay, so this osteosarcoma have like sun ray appearance होता है, इसको sun ray appearance या sunburst appearance बोलते हैं. So see this, these are the sunburst appearance. ये सब भी है ना sunburst appearance, ये सब निकल रहा है ऐसे sunburst. So sunburst appearance होता है इसका. These are the periosteal reaction. Periosteum से नया bone form होता है. These are the sunburst appearance होता है. एक triangle बोलते हैं. So normally क्या होता है, ये bone का cortex हो गया. Okay, this is the cortical of bone. And यहाँ से periosteum elevate हो जाता है. Okay, so this triangle जो बनता है, ये जो triangle बनता है. Okay, so this is known as Codman triangle. So because of the formation of bone, there is two things which happens in this tumor. One is Codman's triangle. ये triangle बनता है, and there are sun ray appearance. So you see this periosteal reaction. यहाँ पे पेरियोस्टियम एलिवेट होता है, दिस फॉर्म्स एज अ ट्रायंगल, दिस इज नोन एज कॉर्डमैन्स ट्रायंगल, ओके। और यहाँ से सारे बोन्स के स्पिकुल्स निकलते हैं, सी दिस इज कॉर्डमैन्स ट्रायंगल। यहाँ पे देखो ये आ रहा है, ये ऐसा आ रहा है पेरियोस्टियम, और ये कॉर्टेक्स आ रहा है, इन दोनों के बीच में कॉर्डमैन्स ट्रायंगल। सो इन ऑस्टियोसार्कोमा इट इज अ बाहुबली ऑफ बोन ट्यूमर, इट इज वेरी मैलिग्नेंट, ऐसा सन का मुकुट रहता है उनका, सनबर्स्ट अपीयरेंस रहता है, दे हैव अ कॉर्डमैन्स ट्रायंगल, ओके। सो दिस टू थिंग्स यू शुड रिमेंबर। देयर इज टू अदर थिंग, एक ट्यूमर अंदर हो सकता है इंट्रामेडुलरी जो क्लासिकल है, एक कॉर्टेक्स में होता है जो अदर टाइप के होते हैं। सो इट इज अ मोस्ट कॉमन मैलिग्नेंट ट्यूमर इन चिल्ड्रंस, ये बच्चों में रहते हैं, ओके। एंड इफ यू सी एनी बच्चा विद ऑस्टियोसार्कोमा यू विल बी लाइक ओ गॉड, उसके चेस्ट में यू विल सी इन हिज चेस्ट एनी children with this tumor, okay, you go and see his chest, you will find some metastasis, it is so malignant tumor, okay. So the morbidity mortality is too much in this tumor, okay. The same thing as I already told you, knee joint, I don't know why, but lower femur is more common, okay. Pulmonary mets at the time of present, every time this children's present, okay. So any children with osteosarcoma present, you have to see first the CT scan of chest, just to rule out whether you had to operate or not had to. Most of the time you cannot operate because the patient is going to die. Whatever you are doing is going to die because its pulmonary mets already spread out. Okay. So these tumors are very, I don't know how to say, but it's very. I have in my residency 3-4 patients in of osteosarcoma. I've seen them how they had suffered actually. So it's a Moscow, so it is a metaphysis, new bone formation, Codman's triangle, sun reappearance. These are the investigation you have to do. CT chest, you see pulmonary mets, biopsy of lesion. So any bone tumor you cannot diagnose on X-ray. X-ray gives you a judgment. This tumor can be this tumor can be this. But every tumor you had to do a biopsy and you had to do a pathology. Without histopathology, nobody can confirm this tumor is benign, malignant, which is this type of tumor. Even all characteristic may be meeting with the osteosarcoma, still you have to do a biopsy. So biopsy is for every lesion. It's not for osteosarcoma. Okay, it's for every lesion. Biopsy is important. Okay, so I will tell you what is the importance of biopsy. Just will go ahead with this. So these tumors are malignant tumors, obviously. So you cannot do only curettage and everything because it has already spread to your body. So there is chemotherapy you have to do. So pre-operative chemotherapy. So क्या होता है कि normally if the tumor is a big, so you start with chemotherapy, okay, because you cannot remove all this. So you start with chemotherapy. धीरे से क्या होता है after chemotherapy it shrink in the size, okay. Then you remove it, and then after removal you start chemotherapy to treat the other things like systemic thing or the pulmonary thing. You cannot remove the pulmonary meds. So initially you give pre-op chemotherapy which is known as neoadjuvant, okay, इसको neoadjuvant बोलते हैं. So neoadjuvant is pre-op to reduce the size. Then you do surgery. Surgery is limb salvage surgery. What do you mean by salvage? Salvage means bachana. Salvage option. Salvage option means you have to save. So you try to save the limb. Okay, you try to, because in orthopedics what is your role? Limb cutting is not a role of orthopedics. The orthopedics role is to save his limb or his joint. Okay. So you try to save his limb as much as you can. Okay, because amputation is the easy way. So you don't amputate usually. You try to save his limb. Okay, and then after operation you give chemotherapy post-operative. Okay, so this is adjuvant. So confusion sometimes people get confused with the new adjuvant and adjuvant. So this is new adjuvant and this is adjuvant. So pre is new adjuvant. जो नए आते हैं drugs, new adjuvant is for reduction of the tumors. Okay. Now this is see para and periosteal. So I am not going into detail, but I will tell you the MCQ pattern. So peri is eye and it is eye. So inner cambium layer already told you. पेरियोस्टियम के पास दो लेयर होता है, बाहर का लेयर होता है वो यूजलेस होता है, दैट इज अ फाइब्रस लेयर, ओके. इनर लेयर जो होता है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, कैम्बियम लेयर होता है, यही से बोन फॉर्मेशन चालू होता है. सो पेरियोस्टियल में आई होता है, सो आई इज द इनर लेयर, ओके. आई इज द इनर लेयर ऑफ पेरियोस्टियम, ये इससे निकलता है दैट पेरियोस्टियल ट्यूमर, ओके. ठीक है. पाराओस्टियल किससे निकलता है? ये फाइब्रस लेयर से निकलता है, ओके. नाउ द बेटर, सो सबसे बेटर प्रोग्नोसिस किसका है? पैरा का है, ओके, जो बाहर से निकलता है. उसके बाद पेरी क्या है? उसके बाद, सो आउटसाइड से इनसाइड सो सबसे डेंजरस अंदर के लोग हैं, मतलब इंट्रामेडुलरी जो क्लासिकल है वो सबसे डेंजरस है, देन ये डेंजरस है पेरी वाला, एंड देन पारा वाला। ओके, सो इट्स लाइक प्रोग्नोसिस में सबसे बेटर कौन सा है, ये है, फिर ये है, फिर ये। सो यू रिमेम्बर, अंदर जितना आओगे लाइफ उतना डेंजरस होगा। सो इट्स लाइक इनसाइड इज डेंजरस, आउटसाइड इज ओके। लाइफ वर्ल्ड बाहर घूमो जितना ओके, जितना अंदर घुसोगे किसी भी चीज के, इट्स नॉट अबाउट बोन, इफ यू गो इनसाइड इन एनीथिंग, in even in thoughts, in study, in sports, anything which is going inside is dangerous. So outside is okay. So according to prognosis, classical is worst, then peri, then para. Okay, so you remember this: para osteal, peri osteal. Okay, now that's okay. Okay, so now I am telling of what is the important of biopsy of the lesion. I think I have 1 minute. So if the biopsy, why you should do biopsy? Okay, so if the biopsy say tell you osteosarcoma, so you had to sometime remove a large chunk of